This is Mongolian Mindset, and we had one of our members. After their typing session, they believe that they are an ENTP. So today, I'm going to be comparing Josh because Josh, after this session, we typed him ENTJ. We're going to be comparing him to another ENTJ, and we're going to be comparing him to two other ENTPs. Okay, so we're going to look for the patterns here and make sure that they line up. Like we say here, ENTPs are informative, initiating movement, aka they can't shut the fuck up. TIFE abstract, systematic, pragmatic. I think that's all the metrics. Why ENTJs are direct. They're always looking at an outcome. They're always looking at an end product. When they talk, they're always homing in on that end product. They're TEFI. You can't miss that. TEFI. And they're SENI. You can't miss that as well. They are direct, outcome, systematic, abstract, the whole 9 yards. They're TEFI, SENI. So we're going to go in and do 10 minutes of each video and compare and contrast. Okay? And you guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Okay? Josh, this is just for you, baby. We really care about getting this right. So,
Sure. Yeah, I'm Josh. I'm 24. I'm a father of two, work as a banker, and I discovered your channel a probably about a month or two ago. I had a typing session with CS Joseph probably about a year ago and wasn't too satisfied with that, so I wanted a second take on what someone thinks my personality type is.
awesome. Already we're coming off quite direct here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and play the first minute of an ENTP, and let's see what we get. Hey, this is Mongolian Mindset. Me and Thomas are going to be interviewing, oh, how you say it?
Benoni?
Benoni, Israel.
Benoni. It's Italian?
No.
No. You don't have to go into any traumas or anything like that. You know, the general stuff. We'll be asking you questions and we'll try and get down to your best fit type. You're free to do with that you feel you need to. Can you introduce yourself?
Oh, anyway, Benoni, but people mostly call me Ben, or Benji. Some people, they have different nicknames, but I am, I'd say, generally a sociable person. I like to socialize with people. That's pretty much my primary MO. I like things like this, so I'm kind of a little bit of a scholarly individual. I like to kind of map certain things in my head. I've been actually studying various aspects of Jungian analytical psychology for probably about 7 years.
Ooh,
Started off at the mbti. I actually reverse engineered a lot of the frameworks of the mbti, but
already getting systematic from him. Already getting systematic, and he's talking. He's talking.
I went off from there to actually find different communities. So I had been on personality database and things like that. At first, I had mistyped as a whole bunch of different types. I mistyped as an ENTJ. I mistyped as an ENTP. I mistyped as an ENFJ. But even though I think I know my type, I'm still open to, being typed again,
I'm still open. Any.
maybe from an external source.
Okay.
Personally, I do think I'm an ENFP,
External source TE. Okay.
but I've mistyped as many types. And I'd say a close second for me, I'm an ISTJ, based on developmental principles and the actual cognitive functions, how they actually interplay. At least my current understanding. I've looked at another system that I like the way the system is run. It's pretty practical, not necessarily the most fond of the individual that's running it at all. His name's C.S. Joseph. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. His system, well, I won't call it his system because really a lot of this stuff is based off of Linda Barron's and other things like that. This stuff, I mean, at the end of the day, we're working off older material. And really, I go to source material like Carl Jung. So going back, my background, to me, I'm interested in psychology. That's the basic.
See, he hasn't stopped talking yet. He hasn't. It's 3 minutes in. This man has not stopped talking yet. Okay, now let's go back over to Josh. Let's go back over to Josh. It's interesting. What are the things you like about typology and the things that you hate?
Yeah, so I would say what I like about it is it helps me understand myself more and how to, be more non-judgmental and understanding of other people. What I don't like about it is the way it's represented. It's so everyone seems to have their own way of understanding it, and it kind of leads to a lot of confusion and a lot of mistyping and, false dichotomies and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, I 100% agree with that. He's already done with question 2. Okay, Benoni talking 3 minutes, still ain't fucking done. He's already done question 2 by a minute and 26 seconds. Come on, man. I think people don't realize that typology is one of those things that is easily bendable. You could bend that bitch any way you want to if you want it to be nasty. So we don't do that here, but there are people that do that. So what do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, man?
So next 5 to 10 years, I want to join the military. I want
outcome
to become a CFA. That's a
outcome.
Bit of an aspiration. I want to take my family, to the next level.
SEN, I want to do this. I want to do that.
Buy us a house. Be making a lot more money. I'm pretty fresh out of college, starting
making more money. Let's go ahead and hit Josh. Let's go ahead and hit him. So he's already hitting us with outcome and SENI. Benoni, on the other hand, ENTP1 is running his mouth like you have never seen. Informative, okay? So let's go back. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because ain't no other MBTI content creator doing this. We do this over here because we care about getting you guys right and we care about actually explaining this stuff to you guys.
On a career, so really just looking
career focus, TE,
to move in the right direction, I would say.
Move in the right direction, SNI. Okay. How was your childhood, man? Like what was the So we are still 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We got another question answered because he is direct. Why Benoni is still over in Benoni land. Okay? As a kid.
I would say my childhood was very stable. Grew up in a conservative 2-parent household, had 5 younger brothers and sisters, so had a lot of people around me all the time. My family prepared me well for a career and starting my own family, so I've pretty much been, itching to get to college my entire life. Now that I'm out of college, I'm just like, I feel like I'm always 10 steps ahead in my mind of where I actually am. So I'm just always thinking ahead, how can I do the next thing that's going to be moving me towards my goals?
Next thing is move me towards my goals. That's TE and that's NI. My God. Let's go. TE and NI. 10 steps ahead. Come on, that's abstract. I can hit you for abstract there. I can also hit your ass for NI there. He's talking about your future. Okay. We can blatantly see your future quite easily. Which means you are a strong NI user. I think it's something that holds you back the most.
I would say there's a few things that hold me back. One is probably just what I tell myself. I think I often rely a lot on the opinions of people I trust. And
Oh fuck that. That's heavy E. That's heavy TE. That's heavy TE. Go back. Go back. Bring it back. Bring it back. That's some heavy TE.
I think
That is how TE users like Tom Brady, Kevin O'Leary got fucked in that and it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Bitcoin thing with that one guy. That's how because they trusted a reliable source that they thought was trustable. Boom, 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 boom. What is Kevin O'Leary? ENTJ. What is Tom Brady? ESTJ.
I often rely a lot on the opinions of people I trust. And
Woo! TE got to hit you again, man. Man, Josh. It's not looking too good for you, bro. It's not looking too good for you.
a lot of the people I'm surrounded with are conservatively minded people, so they'll often caution me, hey, don't go try that thing, don't go do that thing. But my experience has told me that if I just go out and do the thing, whatever it is, I will learn from it and I'll grow as a person. So I think I just
Learn
hold
from it, grow, outcome.
myself back a lot by not actually going out and pushing myself.
I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna learn from it and grow. Outcome in mind. Okay, outcome again. Boom. We're 3 minutes in, man. Is that something that's kind of always been there for you, or is it gotten a lot easier as you aged? Just like putting yourself out there.
You're skipping a little bit. Could you repeat the question?
I'm saying, has it gotten easier for you, like as you've aged, to like put yourself more out there? Was it hard at first? Like, walk me through that.
Yeah, so I think it kind of comes and goes in phases. So I'll go through a phase where I'm like very motivated and trying to push myself a lot, and then just every now and then I'll just kind of sink back into my comfort zone. But I think to answer your question directly, it has gotten a lot easier
To answer your question directly,
as I've aged, and especially as I've been more intentional about the people I'm surrounding myself with.
okay. What's some advice you would give to your children? Let's say imagine they're 25.
Yeah.
What's some advice you would tell them?
I'd say just go out there, man. You don't have to have anything figured out. You're only 25. Go out there, live your 20s, try as many new things as you can, gain as many new experiences as possible, because it's going to make you, stronger to deal with the future.
Future focus and outcome. Let's go. Outcome again and future focus. Abstract. Okay. That's all outcome there. All outcome. What's something you would tell your 10-year-old version of yourself?
Just start talking to people. Just start opening up, and don't just stay in your own bubble.
What do you want to be? Direct and outcome. So short. So brief. Like, all right, man, I'm hitting you for direct. That's over. Okay. I mean, this outcome is getting ridiculous here. Remember for it.
I want my legacy to be the type of experiences I gave my kids and my family.
Giving someone an experience. That's SE. Let's take our ass over to SE.
And the way in which I carried myself when it came to difficult situations.
What do you think are the best skills you have, and what are the worst skills?
The best skills I have are that I'm a people person, so I can talk to basically anybody. I am pretty well Educated. That's another skill. I'm always refining as many of my skills as possible. So I put a lot of time into just learning new, how to fix things, how to solve problems. I'm gaining certifications on the side while I'm at my job.
Gaining certification, that's TE. Certification, achievements, awards, all that. That's TE. Very focused on TE here, buddy.
My worst skills, I tend to overlook things sometimes. Like I'll have the entire most of something figured out, but I'll just overlook some small detail. I also think I have the tendency at times to be a bit of a doormat. That's something I've grown in a lot, but you know, I was terrible as a teenager, just kind of letting everyone else, do their thing and me just going along with it. It took until I was in college to be able to be like, okay, this is who I am, and I'm going to stand for that.
Okay. How do you go about learning something new? Just FYI, this is a progression question.
I spend a decent amount of time in research before I jump into it, unless it's something very hands-on. So if it
ton of research before I jump into it because I want an outcome.
A lot of the research I do is just kind of going through Wikipedia articles or reading books, or talking to people that I know is an expert on the subject.
Talking to people that I know are an expert, books, all this, that's all TE. So that's enough to close out TE. Outcome's dead. Okay, sorry Josh, man, we got you ENTJ. Okay, so Josh, not too long, ENTJ. But let's go back and let's do let's finish out on Benoni, and then we'll hop in particularly. So we'll go ahead and close out on Josh here. He's done at 7 minutes and 37 seconds. He's done here. Okay, let's go to Benoni. Okay.
Basic premise. So I'm interested enough to dig into these things. That's kind of why I'm here, to uncover a new layer, a new perspective, firsthand.
New perspective, firsthand. SINE. Got to get those firsthand experiences, SI.
I watched a previous video from MongolianMindset where you typed an intj. Well, I thought that was interesting. I liked the line of questioning. It wasn't as rigid as I've seen certain systems, which is nice. That's the basic premise for me. I am studying to be a nurse currently. I will have my school paid for, which is really nice. In my mid-20s, I have a house.
He's talking for 4 minutes here. We didn't ask for the nurse. We didn't ask, did his school get paid for? You giving us extra information.
House. I don't have kids yet. Things like that. So basically,
pretty much gave us everything but a social security number.
Basically me. So.
Okay, perfect. What do you want to be remembered for?
I definitely want to be remembered for the impact that I made on people's lives. Direct impact, like.
I'll give him an SE statement there. Impact. I'll give him an SE statement there.
It'd be nice, if when I die, the people that I did associate with, they knew me for good reasons. But more importantly, I want to be remembered by God. That's basically my primary mission in life. There's nothing more important in life than going to the one direction towards God. I don't care what that takes. That's what I need to do. Of course, I'm not necessarily the best at performing that vision, but that's the main thing.
Got some self-deprecation there.
If I could be remembered for anything, is that this man loved God. And by loving God, he loved what God loves, and he didn't love evil. You know, that's to me what the definition of seeking, loving God.
Just use the definition. That's TI. That's hardcore TI right there. Just hit you with this. This is a definition. So that's TI. He did self-deprecate, but I don't really care about that. That would be FE, but we don't even care.
On his path. If I could be remembered for anything, it'd be that. Now the impact, this would be like my personal journey. I'd love to have an impact, be what the definition of seeking, loving God, going on his path. If I could be remembered for anything,
it's God's path, not even his own path. So you're talking about somebody else's path, not even his own path, okay? NI is about my path. NE is about others' path. I got to hit him for NE here. I got to hit him for NE. I'm sorry. I got to hit you for NE.
It'd be that. Now the impact, this would be like my personal journey. I'd love to have an impact. And I think the best impact I can have is to change myself first, or allow myself to change first. Because I really can't change the world if I'm not allowing myself to change. Because I do not have in my capacity and wheelhouse currently what is required to actually change other people to the fullest extent and finish that. So.
How long have you been in following God or Christian? I don't know if you're Christian or you're Christian.
Well, I won't say I call myself a Christian. I won't say I put any other label than a believer. I do not like denominational thinking. I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh, here we go. TI again. Don't give me a label. I don't like labels.
I'm a big fan of what's the truth. Okay, if I can find the truth.
What's the truth, TI? God damn. He's killing me here.
You know, that's the thing that will set me free. Now, coming to the truth is difficult, but that's the main enchilada for me. Not a label, just a believer.
Don't want the labels. Cheese about labels. Oh my God. You find it very hard to come to the truth on things, or how does that play out?
Well, actually,
see, at this point, I'm trying to attack him on being an ENFP because he's talking about truth too much, and I know he's full of shit, and he's not an ENFP, he's actually ENTP. So I'm really trying to figure out his brain process to it.
I have a reasonable.
Like, are we dealing with a TI trickster or not?
I have two aspects. One, it depends on what.
Two aspects, multiple ways to look at it. Any, come on, stop playing.
Truth, and the other, I'm generally amenable to truth. I'm quite open-minded to what could be true, right? And so in that,
what could any statement?
I have kind of a sense that something is more true than something else. And I lean with that. For some reason, I personally believe that there are things in me that are able to recognize certain truths that other people are not.
Other people can't recognize the truth, but TI parent can. Oh no, say it ain't so. So what do we got him for? TIFE is already dead. He's informative. Obviously, he ain't shut up yet. Okay. Let's keep going. He's informative. He's TIFE. That means he's by default ISFJ or NTP.
You know? And
I mean SFJ or NTP.
Other truths, they'll always be hard to swallow. Okay. What's a truth that I know about myself? I'm not a good person.
Oh, self-deprecation. Okay. I'm not a good person. What's the truth about myself? I'm not a good person. Self-deprecation.
There's nothing good about me. I don't have to have done evil to know that I'm not a good person, right? I don't have to do good or evil. That doesn't mean I have to beat myself over the head about it all the time. It just needs to be recognized that, I mean, only God can be good. I mean, that's my truth. You know, I only say my because I'm able to accept it, but I do believe that's the truth. You know,
I do believe that is the truth.
other people may not accept it. And I'm not necessarily willing to force that upon them, but that's my main principle.
Okay. Do you believe anything could be good or bad?
No, not anything can be good or bad. It's just not true. Not anything.
Okay. Do you believe anything could be true or false?
Not anything can be true or false. Right? Some things, there are certain things that are truth, there are facts, and then there's things that are just false. Facts can change. Facts are like consequences. We have in
Talking
the
about consequences, that's any.
legal terminology, we have the facts of the situation, we have the circumstances, circumstantial evidence. See, those are things subject to change. They may be true today, but they may not be true tomorrow. So, like a fact, I'm fat. It's true today, but it's not the truth because it could not be true tomorrow. It's mutable. Truth, that is truth, is immutable. You could go through the entire hierarchy and it will always be true.
See how he's breaking this down? He's not talking about efficiencies. He's not talking about careers. He's not talking about labels. He's been beating this goddamn true shit down my fucking throat here. I mean, my lord.
Now, what the truth maybe, if I am fat, the truth is the core of that. There is something actually wrong with me. That's why I am fat. The why is the truth more than.
The why is the truth. Why? When you hear a lot of why, looking for the why, there's a TI user that's trying to dig deep.
The what. See? That's the delineation that needs to be made. And a lot of people, they focus on the what of truth, not the why. The why is the truth. All day, every day. And everyone's trying to answer why. Really. The scientists try to answer why. You know, why is the universe this way? Like, why? I mean, they really do, even though they always talk about the whats. They're consistently talking about the whats, but every one of them really actually would want the why. If given an opportunity to know the why, they would want to know.
Talking about
I
what
personally
they would
believe
want.
everybody.
Any. Can we be done here? Can we be done? I'm done with him. Okay, that's enough. Any for me. Obviously, this guy is pragmatic. Okay, he's abstract. He's systematic. Obviously, initiating. He doesn't shut up. So that is an ENTP for you. Okay, guys. So let's go back. So he is done. Just a little comparison between him and Josh. Notice the differences. Notice the differences, guys. Okay. Now, let's go to this guy. We'll go with Jeff. That's I remember his name. Damn, that's crazy. I remember his name. Got him in my ENTJ brothers. Let's go, Jeff. What do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. So let's start with the 5. So in 5 years, I would say I would like to at least get some experience in the consulting field, like in IT. I'm pretty new in the consulting field, to get some experience and everything, do some good project, and also in project management. And then I would say perhaps after the 5-year mark, start my own firm, or to be a freelancer or anything of that nature. In consulting and digital transformation, anything of that nature. And also, I have some plans in startups, like maybe funding a startup also. A 1 or 2 one-man show and then see if I can scale it. But first, my first thing is basically get my expertise in consultant first, So get let's say get the reps, Like, if you can,
What got you into consulting?
if I found it interest like solving problems. Listen to let's say owners' problems, see how we can solve it with whatever situation, with technology, with either process management, like something that is inefficient. So basically, yes, can streamline the process or any.
Streamline the process. Talking about inefficiencies. Okay, so what we're gonna hit him? What we're gonna hit Jeff for? Inefficiencies. We're gonna hit him for TE. There. Oh shit! I hit the wrong damn button. But let's hit TE. Okay, he's talking about streamlining. That's systematic. Let's go, Jeff. Bring us home, Jeff.
Anything of that nature. I find it interesting, I think it's something natural with me. I like any way to provide advice, but what's better to get paid to provide advice, So
Yeah. What's 3 words someone would say about you?
true, it's not enough, but I would say I would put in one word like curious, intelligent, all of that in one entity. So I would say intelligent, but you can put like knowledgeable and everything in all together. Then I would say I'm very I would
What is going on here? Don't do this to me, Jeff. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jeff?
like the level of respect goes down. I would say professional.
Why did it jump way out there? We were a minute and 30 seconds in. Stop that. Alright, what you got there? Yeah. What's 3 words someone would say about you?
True, it's not enough, but I would say I would put in one word like curious, intelligent, all of that in one entity. So I would say intelligent, but you can put like knowledgeable and everything in all together. Then I would say I'm very efficient. What I do.
Very efficient. All right, Mr. TE. Let's go.
And I would say I'm very forceful, perhaps forceful in the sense that I'm very straightforward with the way I express myself.
Very straightforward with the way that I express myself. Very forceful. What does that go under? That goes under Mr. Directo. And you could hit him for SE. I won't hit him for that, but we see right now that he's direct. Systematic TE, FI. Could hit him for SE there, but who cares?
I'm stronghold with my principles. Even if the world is against me, I don't care. And
even if the world is against
it,
me, I don't care. Let's hit him for pragmatic. Okay. Bow.
it enforces everything. I have a lot of energy. I'm very enthusiastic. That's why I put like everything in forceful. Because you said only 3 words, right? So.
Yeah, dope, man, dope. So, how do you like? How did you become efficient? Was that natural for you? Like,
To be honest, like always was naturally, I can see like anything that is inefficient, it's too slow, whether we can like do things smoothly, so we can like waste less effort in doing something. So if, like again from point A to point B, and if you put too much effort, for me personally, it pisses me off. So I rather find a way that I can get from point A to point B as quickly and efficient as possible, so I can do something else. So the nitty-gritty details, like it's irrelevant. I'd rather delegate it to someone or.
I rather delegate it to somebody else, tell somebody else what to do. I'm streamlining Get on the board. TFI systematic. And I'd rather tell somebody else. Direct. I'd rather tell somebody else. Delegate.
Or if I can automate it with the machine or computers or everything, even better.
Okay. Pretty dope. Shelly, got anything?
What do you take into consideration when you make decisions? And do you find it hard?
And in what aspect? Personal life or business? Like what I mean, like in
Like making decisions in your life?
if it's for me personally, I would say it's a bit hard because I need to analyze all of the choices, all of the situations, do the pros and the cons. Because as experience showed me, anytime that I don't take time to analyze the decision. I do something that is impulsive, and and then it's not necessarily the best decision, you know. So that's why I take my time. I see all the options. I do research, whatever decision, for example, buying a car, buying a house, anything of that nature.
Uh-oh. Outcome.
Do the research, my due diligence that we call in finance, to do due diligence, do my own research, and then when I get all the data, all the information, whatever I need to, the reviews, whatever that I need to do, then I do the decision. If it's let's say if it's work related, it's the same, but since I don't have necessarily the luxury of time, so I have to take a decision with whatever information I have in the moment, right? So, so I have three options, A, B, or C. So then, with whatever data that I was able to gather in the moment, or whatever that, so I can solve the problem right now. So I will take the best decision according to what I have at the moment.
Okay.
Make sense or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. TSENI. There we go. In the moment, the data. Make the right choice.
Totally. Can you tell us about your week last week?
Last week, oof, okay. Could be hard, man. Okay, Monday.
Motherfucker can't remember a week ago. SI trickster.
You want day by day? You want me like to do like an overview?
As much as you can remember.
So Monday, so I work from home. So it's either hybrid. So I was working from home, follow up with some customers, I did some proposals. Then, yeah, in the morning, I took my little girl to the daycare. Then, washed some dishes, did some food. Then at 5, when I finished work, I went to pick her up from daycare, bring her back home. Then my girl came, we made supper. Then I played a bit with her some shows that she likes. Uh, then I started reading a bit. I know I'm big on the on AI and everything, so I'm reading a bit of on that. And then I was watching a bit highlights on boxing because I'm a big boxing fan and MMA and Muay Thai fan. So watching some highlight videos and also watching some videos about techniques and everything. That was and then put the child to bed, put in some classical music because it's just pretty hyper, so it calms her down and everything. Then Tuesday, I went to the office,
Damn, shit, I can't believe you
same
asked us to go
thing,
on that
follow up
question.
with customers, do some proposal, listen, get some discovery calls, see what's the situation, provide advice, do a presentation, basically work stuff. Then, then after when I finished my day, I came back home, ate, went to the gym. Yeah, I just started back to the gym now. I quit gym for I think 2 years, but now I'm getting back. Went to the gym. Then after the gym, I went. Yeah, I think I went back home.
That
Play a
motherfucker
bit
said, I
with
think.
the little one. Watch TV a bit, and then I put her to sleep and I passed out. I was tired. Then Wednesday, work from home, pretty
I
much
can't
work
take this.
stuff.
Shelly, why?
Um, Depends how my mood is. Like naturally, perhaps I will be a bit more Socially, I would say in the middle. I'm not the most extroverted guy, but I'm able to go talk to people. That's not a problem. But what I mean in a social situation, let's say in a party, if I didn't take any drinks, I will stay with my own people, right? I'm not gonna interact necessarily with people that I don't know necessarily. However, if it's in a business situation, then I'm very forceful. You know, I don't have any. I'm able to debate and everything, defend my point. So it's more like social events. It depends on my mood. You know, let's say if it's alcohol, or let's say if there's no alcohol, but at the moment I feel comfortable, and you know, I feel like I'm in the mood to talk to people. I don't see any difficulties. You know, like it's more a mood thing. You know, I would say.
Mood thing, that's FI. More of a mood thing. I'm in the mood. Well, we got enough TE on this guy already. Okay.
Okay. Do you do you think you're better at starting projects or finishing them?
I would say finishing them, because starting something I have to do research. I have to do
TE.
yeah, it's very hard to start something without doing research and knowing things. Um, the unknown for me, it's nice, the unknown, but at least have a plan, you know, or like a kind of a framework to help me out, you know, or see what other people did before me.
See what other people have done before me. I see what other people have done. I see. Framework, systematic. I mean, he's got to have some plan because he wants an outcome.
Anything with that nature, or get inspired by other people, perhaps. But yeah. By the way, guys, let me know if it doesn't make sense. I can rephrase it. I've
Just initiated there.
a little accent, so that's why sometimes.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. No,
Yeah? Okay.
we had a way tougher one, man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let me know. I
about
don't.
that. How do you go about learning something new?
Progression question. Here we go.
You mean like skill, for example?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take for example sales, for example. So what I did is basically did research on how to sell. There's methodologies how to sell. Basically check.
Methodologies, how to sell, systematic.
I would check like basically the one that is used, for example, in tech, for example. So the best not necessarily a best, but the one that is mostly popular, mostly used. Then
Mostly
then
popular, mostly used, TFI, SENI.
check the literature, read the books. Then after that, when I get that, it's trial and error, basically. See what works, see what doesn't work. We go with the experts in those type of, you know.
Go with the experts, that's TE.
I don't know if you know a bit of sell, that's spin selling, there's gap selling, there's different type of methodologies in school of thought of philosophy, if you want to. So we'll do my research and see, because at the end of the day, I discovered that most of them are very similar, kind of tweaks. Then what I did is basically try one, if it makes sense, then always try to optimize it with other type of knowledge. Then I say, okay,
Optimize it, TE.
I might see what works, what doesn't work, so I can create my own system, perhaps, or my
Create
personalized
my own system, SENI system.
system, but always inspired by other people. As long as I'm able to get results, right? Because I will start with one methodology, and then
As long as I'm getting results, that's outcome. Okay, so systematic, TE more. So Jeff, it's ENTJ. Okay. Whew, boy, I don't think I have the stomach in me to fucking do another person here. I mean, my lord. Jeff is gone. Jeff is gone. Jeff is gone. Now we have Henley. God damn it, dude. You ain't gonna do this shit. Henley. Let's go, Henley.
Be the center of attention, more or less.
You do it that whatever you want. You said afterwards you want to debate, so I'm looking forward to that. So can you introduce yourself, man?
Name's Henley. finishing college soon, trying to get a degree in acting. After that, I don't have a very clear vision what I want to do with my life, except I want to do creative things. If possible, I would like to write.
I don't have a clear vision for where I'm going to be. That's what did I tell you. That's not an I don't have a clear vision. I'm hitting for any. Oh shit. No. Go back. There we go.
You know, show people, be the center of attention, more or less, is my kind of thing.
What pulled you into acting? What pulled you into acting?
So blurry.
I actually chose acting on a whim. Believe it or not, I was determined to go to a creative school. And I said to my parents, look, these are...
Chose it on a whim. So, that's progression. You didn't have an outcome in mind.
Are all the majors. My whole entire curriculum is going to evolve around one of these things. What do you think I should do? And they said to me, acting. You'll be really, really good in acting. And I'm like, okay. So then I picked acting. I did some classes. I found it to be extremely interesting how you're exploring the life of another person, kind of, without actually being that person and without, like, you know, all the stakes. You're not actually running from a guy killing you, but you have to imagine as though you are, all that kind of thing. And it's very, it's deep, kind of. Depth, more or less, is what I strive for in my life.
Yeah. Do you feel as though sometimes you get lost in those characters, but with acting?
Not really, no.
No.
I'm able to distinguish fantasy from reality. Yeah.
So you don't like wear it that hard, huh?
Not really, no. I kind of like I will get invested while I'm that character, but then after my whole thing's done, I'm like back to normal, you know.
Okay. What is one thing you would like the world to know?
About me or about anything?
Just anything. Just ballpark. Like, what would you like the world to know? It could be some trivial, it could be some funny, it could be
It's some
whatever.
deep questions you're getting into. What is something I'd like the world to know? Oh my. Something to do with be logical, I guess. Don't take your feelings too seriously.
Oh, you talking about don't take your feelings too seriously. Why you do that, Henley? Why? I gotta hit you for TI.
But then at the same time, that's what makes life beautiful. But
Look at the
sometimes
motherfucker. He's literally debating himself. Look at that. That's why any be like, ENTPs, man. They say something.
deep questions you're getting into. What is something I'd like the world to know?
Look at him.
Something to do with be logical, I guess. Don't take your feelings too seriously. But then at the same time, that's what makes life beautiful. But sometimes people, you know, go too far off the deep end, so I don't really know.
Okay. What's something you want to be remembered for?
I'm sorry?
What is something you want to be remembered for?
As someone who was very creative.
So if you couldn't do anything creative, what would you do?
Compose, write, design. I've already got drawings on my wall. Like, architect, design. I've also thought of even doing jewelry at some point. I love that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very deeply immersed by aesthetic things.
Yeah. Like when you talk to people, what do you usually talk about? Just in general.
Philosophy.
Why philosophy?
Abstract philosophy. Abstract. We didn't hit him for that any earlier.
So that's something I wanted to debate with you about later, but I feel philosophy between the intuitive and sensitive type, but I feel philosophy is how you grow as an individual and how you can perceive the world differently. I don't really care very much for, how things are as they are. It's not important to me.
I don't care how things are, how they are. That's abstract, man. Reality is arbitrary. That's a good SE Demon statement.
Many of my friends are interested in discussing, what class are you taking? How's the class? I don't care for small talk. In other words, I care for deep discourse.
Deep discourse, abstract.
Yeah. So what Shelly, got anything?
Yeah, sure. What's one thing about your thinking that causes you to feel stressed out? Like the way that you think?
Occasionally, I expect other people to be as principled as I am, and that doesn't always happen, and that irritates me at times. But otherwise, I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin.
What is something you think people misunderstand about you?
I think sometimes people think I'm mean-spirited or condescending, perhaps, or something to that effect. I'm often told I'm insensitive or arrogant, when in actuality, it's got nothing to do with their feelings. I'm just telling them what I think, what I believe to be the case. And, you don't need to be that emotionally invested in what I say.
Okay.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
I'm sorry?
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
$1 trillion would be nice. Do they have to be realistic, or can I just wish for anything?
Whatever you want, man. It's all on you.
Whatever I want. Yeah, eternal prosperity, eternal good fortune. So no matter what I do, everything will work itself out, and I don't have to stress about anything. The world to be endlessly beautiful, kind of. Every city looks like Manhattan or something like that.
Interesting. If you could travel to any place on the planet, where would it be and why?
Somewhere very far away. Maybe I'm thinking Finland.
Then why Finland?
Lapland has a lot of interesting lakes and coldness, and also the people there are a bit, I hear, cold, and I feel that would be mysterious, kind of.
Isn't that the one? Isn't that the place where they got the Loch Ness monster or some shit like that? Think so. They claim that'd be interesting. Yeah, whatever.
What's something that would cause you to feel embarrassed?
I don't get embarrassed very easily. When was the last time I've been embarrassed? Maybe if I'm very adamant about something and it turns out I'm wrong, I'll feel a bit ashamed, maybe.
What does your normal weekend look like for you?
If it's a school weekend, I will try to. I don't try. It just happens. I get bored and I want to hang out with my friends.
It just happens. Progression.
If I'm not around anyone, then I try to be as productive as possible with artistic things generally. I also have certain obligations I need to fulfill. I'm writing for my parents' business, all that kind of stuff. But I try to fit in as much. I'm currently reading The Stranger by Albert Camus. That, yeah.
Okay.
What gives you a sense of purpose?
What drew you to personality type? That's I kind of skipped over that. What drew you to personality type?
Drew me to personality types. Very sophisticated answer would be, you are the person that operates your life And by understanding the way that your mind works, you can optimize your behaviors accordingly for success. Eventually, though, like I think this is really the last big thing, a big discovery I make. I'm really looking forward to figuring out my personality type. But after I do this, I kind of will be a bit more indifferent, I guess. Like I don't want to obsess over personality.
Yeah.
Now I want to focus more on external things, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, that's to me. I feel like it's a great thing to know because, like, if you read like The Art of War by Sun Tzu, you know yourself, you never lose.
That's a reference by
like,
Mercer.
you know exactly what you're gonna do, or you know like what your brain pattern is, or you know what like where your strengths are. Then
Yeah, there's also maybe, I hate to admit it, but there might be a bit of identity uncertainty attached to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you shouldn't let it be too much of identity. I think some people try to,
Yeah, it's just nice to understand how other people perceive me and all that kind of thing. Sometimes I watch videos of myself, like class recordings or something, and I look at how assertive I am and how dominating I am, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need like I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's very, very natural for me. So, I'm used to that. For me, type helped me to realize that like what everybody was saying wasn't fucking lies. Like they'd always say like, oh, like you have no empathy or no sympathy or like fucking like your energy like upsets the room sometimes and stuff like that. And I just like, man, these motherfuckers are being soft. But when I learned about type and stuff like that or in Enneagram, it's like, damn, oh shit, everybody was right. My brother was right. I'm like, fuck.
But I feel the point is that by understanding you are maybe a more thinking rather than feeling type or whatever your case may be, you may realize it's not bad. It's not immoral. There is no morality or immorality attached to personality. I'm almost tempted to say there's no such thing as a good or bad type of personality, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Do you think anything could be good or bad?
I have a debate about this with my friends a lot. I believe in an ideal and I believe in an objective truth, and for those reasons,
objective truth, TI. God damn it. Okay.
To believe that things are good or bad, and
FI Trickster here. This is FI Trickster. This is FI Trickster on the ENTP.
I believe in an ideal and I believe in an objective truth, and for those reasons, I tend to believe that things are good or bad. And they think otherwise for some bizarre reason that I cannot comprehend.
How do you behave when you get angry? You both pop up in private.
I never really like yell or like show other people any hostility or anything. I very much keep my emotions with like I will show it on my face that I'm feeling whatever, but I try to carry myself the same, and I try to do the same things.
What do you think are some of the best and worst parts about personality and stuff like that?
You cannot emotionally invest yourself too much into your personality. And that's something I wanted to discuss with you in the debate. I have a lot for worse things. Now, the best things, like I said, you understand yourself better, and you need to understand people are different to each other. And you're one of those people that is different to everyone else.
If you had the possibility, you got two options here, to go 3 generations forward and meet your descendants, or you could travel and meet all of your ancestors in the past. Which one would you choose and why?
Am I able to talk to them and influence them, or do I just?
Oh, you could talk. I mean, you could talk to them, but you can't influence them. It's like, after this, their brain's wiped.
Kind of. Okay, then ancestors.
Ancestors?
Yeah, because they created me. But yeah.
Just because they created you,
yeah, I feel they are more of a part of me. I am a product of them. Yeah, I'm not a product of the people 3 generations in front of me.
Damn, I've got no one that would answer it like I would so far. I always try to see if there's anybody who would answer it to want to see like 3 generations down. No one's answered it yet.
Might have to give up project.
Huh?
It might make me want to reconsider my current project, parenting.
Oh.
If I see how it turned out.
Oh, I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, even if it's bad, it is what it is. You take the product and you try to change the best you can. If you can, if you can't, then fuck.
I guess because you can learn like maybe
Yeah.
what you did wrong to try to fix it.
What would be so with acting? When did you know that acting was for you?
I never really did. I more or less felt, okay, this is what I'm doing. And I accepted.
Yeah, like you didn't have nobody like, oh my God, man, you're very good at this, or
No
like
vision.
anything like that.
Yeah, people have commented that, but it didn't really make me more determined to be an actor. I'm not going to sacrifice years of my life doing something just because other people validate it. I want to do it because it makes me fulfilled. Not to sound cliche, but that is literally how I feel.
Wait. What was this?
Would you rather take care of somebody emotionally or physically?
I don't know why Cody sent me that link.
Did you not like hear me? Or what?
I couldn't hear you.
No. Said, would you rather take care of somebody emotionally or physically? If you had to do one or the other.
I've barely ever, if ever, take care of anyone physically.
Okay, say like your parents need your help. Like, would you rather like take care of them or take care of if you had to do something long term like that?
I'm more of an emotional helper than a physical helper, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
How sensitive are you to other people's like feelings and moods or anything like that?
I'm actually pretty sensitive to other people's feelings, believe it or not. Like when I'm around, just recently,
What's an FE? Okay. We have enough to go ahead and end this shit.
names, but you know, when I'm around couples and there's a lot of tension, like they keep, getting bitter at each other, I find it very uncomfortable being in that room. And I will almost like, I'll be very wanting to help one person or the other.
Do you tend to hold a grudge for a long time, or?
Depends on what you mean. Like, if I start disliking someone, chances are I'll dislike them for the rest of eternity. But I'm not going to like go out of my way to make them know how much I hate them or anything like that. Yeah, I'm very black and white with people. Either I like you or I don't like you. And once I stop liking you, is pretty much no return, kind of.
So what do you think self-worth what do you think self-worth comes from?
Depth.
Depth?
Depth. DEPTH, not DEAT.
Why you say that? Some people say self-worth comes from achievements. Some people say
Well,
it comes from money.
well, achievements is like, you get proud of yourself because you've achieved something, but you'll achieve something as a consequence of you doing something.
Consequence, any, what do we got? Abstract progression, SENI, TIFE, yeah. In this.
Extraordinary, I guess. And that's like, you can maybe use it as a hallmark. Believe me, I like achieving things, but but I think when you grow philosophically, or like your viewpoint of life adapts and you can see things more holistically, I think that is about as much as you can do. I'm open to changing that point of view, but that's just me.
What do you think your confidence comes from?
I have no fucking idea. It just comes from something.
No idea at all. Some people would say, I don't know, it comes from doing. To me, I feel like it's doing small things over and over and becoming good at it.
Definitely being conscientious helps, develop my self-confidence. Proving to myself again and again that I can trust myself and trust my vision and that things will work out.
What do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Making everyone laugh. Entertaining everyone.
You ever thought about being a comedian?
Yes. Actually, I've been watching a masterclass recently. I finished Kevin Hart's, and now I'm on to Judd Apatow's, seeing everything they have to say about becoming a comedian.
Oh wow. What do you think about the guy Matt Rife?
Oh, the domestic violence joke?
Yeah, what do you think about him in general?
I couldn't give a fuck. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Pragmatic. Finally, we got him coming out of shell here.
But obviously, people are sensitive to it, but you can't disallow someone from making people laugh just because you don't like it. There are lots of things you're not going to like, but that doesn't mean you need to cancel them for it.
Who are your favorite comedians?
Jimmy Carr's up there.
Okay. And
I also like I forget his name. Anthony Jeselnik. Dark humor. Yeah.
I've never heard any of these people.
Jimmy Carr, look him up. You'll like him.
Okay.
What's your favorite memory in life or from life?
Favorite memory. I'm actually writing a book about this very memory right now. 5 years ago, I met a girl. I didn't even say a word to her. I just sat across from her in the library. She was so calm. I don't know, she didn't look at me once, but I just sat across. She had half her hair dyed pink. She had tattoos, she had jewelry, and she was just working at her computer. And to this day, I've dated, many girls before, but none of them have affected how I try to carry myself every day so much as her. I tried reaching out to her later. It was a fucking weird experience, bro. Oh my gosh.
Wait. So
That's
why did this person affect you?
Why did this person affect me so much?
Yeah.
When she was working, she had this calmness that was no matter what anyone else does to her, she's invincible. She's invulnerable. And it was unbelievably attractive to me. And I usually get attracted to people who are very aloof and distant and to themselves and almost unfeeling. I find it very mysterious, ever since then, I don't know, I fell in love with the idea of that person, not the person themselves.
Fell in love with the idea of the person. That's abstract. Okay. I'm gonna listen probably 2 more minutes and I'm calling it quits. I'm exhausted.
Really, once I actually get to know people, I don't really care about them anymore because the mystery.
You probably do the same thing that all your type does. Is they meet somebody, start dating them, get what they want, and then ghost them.
What, you already have an idea what my type is?
I already knew, dude. It's always been
I need to know what you think it is.
So what do you think leads to you ghosting people?
What leads to me? I really, really try not to ghost people. I think it's a terrible thing to do.
I'm done with this guy. All right, we've got enough here. We got SINETIFE, progression, abstract, pragmatic, ENTP. Okay, Damn, 4 fucking videos have me exhausted. Okay. But we did this to prove to you, man. You are not an ENTP. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at the difference between them and look at the difference in you. Did this video for you, man, just to show you, but I'm out.